All right, y'all. Want y'all listen up to this. I'm getting kind of tired of typing on this little bitty ass phone of mine, so I'm gonna say this in a video once for everybody to hear, because I got way too many of you telling me, "Oh, crazy. They already called it for Biden. It's over. They're never going to overturn it. You know, it's just they're too powerful. There's too many bad guys in high places and nah. I'm tired of that shit. Jesus Christ. Some of y'all just give up on a dime. Well, I can tell you one thing. This coon ass here ain't giving up. All right? This election for Donald Trump, as you all know, was rigged big time. Donald Trump and his team knew they were going to do this. In fact, he told us time and time again, mail-in is going to be the biggest fraud in election history if it's allowed. Well, the states decide on if they're going to allow mail-in balloting or not. And guess which states decided they were going to do that? Yes, all the ones still counting. All the Democrat states. So they knew it was coming. They set up traps for these people, and they all fell into it. So y'all just chill out. All right? Sit back. Don't believe the goddamn mainstream media. None of it. None of it. No social media. Twitter's a bitch. Facebook's a dick. Instagram, all that shit. Anything that they're censoring, anything conservative, anything that disputes this election, and they have been censoring. I know I've been listening to a lot of people, independent journalists that have their own channel that actually wanted me to start mine, but I don't have the resources. All I got is this little phone. Their channels have been completely taken down, gone. Not just censored, gone. Anytime they try to start a new one, gone. That's been going on for months. Now, the Democrats have told us they were doing this. They've been projecting this for months. Nancy Pelosi gets up and says, we'll drag Trump, when Trump's not going to leave, and we'll drag him out and after the election. And Hillary Clinton and that evil witch, Biden better not concede at all for anything. Now, what kind of shit is that? Don't concede for anything? So if it's a fair election, still don't concede? And now they're all whining that Trump's a sore loser. Well, I can tell you what. That man has given more for this country than anybody has ever done so in the history of this goddamn country. Let me take that back. I know some people have lost their lives for that. And I respect the veterans that's gone and fought for this country. And those that have lost their lives for this country. That's the ultimate sacrifice. But Donald Trump had a life. Well-respected billionaire. He's lost a ton of money. His image, he's called a racist daily. His family's been pissed on, drugged through the mud, and he did it for the country. Now, we got to stand up for him. You understand? Quit this whiny ass, well, what can I do? I'm just one person. Bullshit. All right? Speak your mind. Don't be afraid to put it on Facebook. Call your senator, call your congressman, something, but do something. Besides sitting around watching the mainstream media and whining and say you're going to move on. You know what the left has that we don't have? You know what they got? They got gumption. They stick together and they're vocal. And they stick to their guns. As evil as they are, and as corrupt as they are very vocal, and they don't give a shit. Day after day after day, attack after attack. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. You throw it in their face and show them that it's false. They don't care. They just keep doing what the Republicans and conservatives do. Oh, they kind of look down at the ground. Oh, Jesus, man. Oh, no, confrontation. Uh-oh, I better go to my room. And we talk about the goddamn snowflakes? Y'all, This whole thing was set up, all right? Donald Trump and his team knew this was going to happen. They got ready for it. They got the people in place for it. He had to expose how corrupt our government was to the entire world. Because right now, all eyes of this entire planet are watching what's going on. And they all see this corruption that's going on. Blatant. And they're sitting there waiting to see what we're going to do. So what are you going to do? You're going to sit on your ass? You're going to whimper like a beat dog? Or are you going to say something? Are you going to do something? Jesus Christ. I know some of y'all are, and I appreciate it. And some of y'all reach out to me, and I appreciate that. But Jesus Christ, quit giving up. It's ridiculous. This is your country. People died for this country, for what we have right now. And it's about to be taken away from you and your rest of your family. America's over if Biden actually gets in. And y'all know that. I'm not being facetious. I'm being literal. Our freedom, our Constitution, everything's going to be gone. And the first people that are going to be put in these goddamn camps are conservatives. People that won't comply to the left. Hell, AOC's already said they need to start a list. So they have a list of everybody that's donated to Donald Trump and the destruction of this country. Just open your eyes. All right? Know what's going on. We all know that our elections have been rigged. Now you can see it. Donald Trump did that on purpose. So everybody can see just how corrupt. And he got ready for it. They have all the evidence. All right? Let Biden talk on TV. Let Fox News, them bastards are even as evil as CNN. Quit watching them people. All right? They got this. Biden's not going to become president. They can say it all they want. All right? But it had to be done this way. So everybody can see. So we can finally get all this corruption rooted out of this goddamn government, actually worldwide, and we can start having fair elections again, where our votes actually do count. And Donald Trump, they got proof that he's had more than 80% of the people in this country voted for him. All right? And you don't think it's odd that Joe Biden, a man who can't put 20 people in a goddamn rally, and Donald Trump's putting tens of thousands. He's having 3 to 5 a day in the states that Joe Biden supposedly flipped, that Donald Trump won last year, our last election. Joe Biden won those states when he couldn't get 20 people in those states to come to his rallies, but Donald Trump got thousands, 30 to 50,000 at every rally. It's bullshit, and you know it. Everybody knows it. And it's not just going to be, oh well. But you got to do your part. You got to speak up, and you got to quit giving up. Fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that word. But I don't know what else to tell you guys. Some of y'all just, I don't know. You know, some people I know, I found out had never voted before and decide to come out and vote. And then they're going to give up. Well, for one, if you're my age or in your 40s or 30s and you've never voted, shame on you. You've got no bitching to do, especially if you didn't vote this time. But right now, Joe Biden's the numbers that he has makes Joe Biden the most popular president in American history. We all know that's bullshit. The man can't keep a coherent sentence. Can't put together a coherent sentence. We got the man's an idiot, and we all know that. Everybody knows that. All right, so just chill out. All right. Give it a couple. It's going to be weeks now because this all has to go to court so they can show them the evidence. All right. And so some of you liberals, if you're listening to this, if you think that it's fair, it's okay that the counting gets shut down when Donald Trump is leading by hundreds of thousands of votes, and then they shut the polls down, which is something they've never done before in history. If you think that that's right and that's not suspicious, you're stupid. If you think that it's okay that they don't allow poll watchers for the Republicans to watch them count votes, even though they're legally supposed to, and even though a judge said, yeah, you need to let them in, they still don't. If you think that's okay, you're stupid, but you're liberal, so you're stupid anyway. But you got to have a little bit more sense than that. Right now, the numbers that Biden has is mathematically impossible for him to have. You've got county after county, state after state that's 104, 105% people voted. You don't think that's fraud? 105%? You know, an outstanding turnout for one county, for one state, is in the 80s, 80% voter turnout. And you're talking 100%, 104%, and you're like, oh, you're okay with that? Well, you're stupid if you are, because this will affect you also. Right now, it goes for you, but it ain't always going to go for you. I can guarantee you that. They're just trying to get their power back. 3 o'clock in the morning, 130,000 ballots come in Wisconsin, and they're all for Joe Biden. Not one vote for Donald Trump. And that's not fraud. That's impossible. And it wasn't just there. It was a lot of other places. So that's for you liberals out there, that if you're thinking that we're crying because we lost. I don't mind if we lose. If we lost fair and Joe Biden became the president, I'd be bitching at y'all for voting for him. But he'd be my president. Right now, he's more popular than Barack Obama was when he ran his first year, his first term. You seriously think Joe Biden, who's made racial comment after racial comment towards black people and other minorities, is more popular than Barack Obama? Come on, man. That's what he tell you. Come on, man. The man's an idiot. Y'all all know that. So, anyway, that's my rant. I'm putting it on Facebook. Y'all stick to your guns. Quit whining. Quit watching the goddamn news. They're all in on it. Every single mainstream media outlet is in on it. Not just CNN and MSNBC. Everyone. ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News. The only people that I still trust, and right now I don't even trust them, but at least they haven't gone off the left, is OAN and Newsmax. Because they're still supposedly, so far, have reported truth to me. Fox, I hope Tucker Carlson finds somewhere else to go, and Laura Ingraham and Greg Gutfeld, because Fox just pissed in their own Cheerios, as far as I'm concerned. But they're all in on it with Biden and them. That's why they started calling states before the polls were even closed with 2% counts. They called Hawaii. They gave Hawaii when no count was even. There was 0 counts, and I'll show you if you don't believe me. They called Minnesota or Michigan when Donald Trump was up. They said that it was at 4 o'clock in the morning, and Donald Trump had a couple 100,000 more votes than Biden did. And they're like, oh, Biden won it. And you're going to tell me the state of California, as big as it is, 8 minutes after the polls closed, they called it. They counted all them votes in 8 minutes. But you got Florida, who's a huge state. They had their shit together. Bigger than these states that are still counting votes. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm pissed off. Doesn't take much for me to get pissed off these days because of my brain, but y'all got to start fighting for yourselves. You got to start fighting for your country. You got to show Donald Trump some respect. The man's given up just about his life. Everything but his life for us. He's fighting for us. And he needs these next 4 years to get rid of this crap. To get rid of Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and all these Democrat swamp creatures that have been taking advantage of us for years and years, killing people. They all know it, and they all know if Donald Trump gets voted in again, they're screwed. The media knows they're screwed if Donald Trump gets in. Because what they've done, especially pre-election, when reporting these polls that Biden's up 17%, that's election interference, election meddling. When it's that far off, they're going to be in trouble, and they know it. Especially the ones that push that Russian collusion for the Democrats. They're all in trouble. They all know it, and they're all going to fight to the end. And when this gets turned over, and Donald Trump becomes and they show that Donald Trump actually had the votes and had a majority of the votes, and you're going to see almost every state red, shit's going to hit the fan because the Dems are going to let loose all their fucking Antifa, all their fucking terrorists, BLM people. They're going to set them loose in the streets. So if you think that shit's going to end just because Joe Biden wins, you're crazy. Because you're going to have a whole nother group of people getting together. People that have intelligence if they don't fix this shit. But I already know it's going to be fixed. I know we're watching a plan. I know we're watching a trap that just was set. You'll all see it. Every one of you, I know you see it. So quit giving in. Stick to your guns, hold your line, speak up, call your congressman, I don't care who it is, call your sheriff. Do something. Don't just sit around and mope. Alright, I'm sorry, I had to get that out. I love all of y'all. Some of y'all just gotta put some fire in your ass. Where we go one, we go all.